got your questions, I got your answer. Notice the New York accent? I live in Florida, I'm a Southern boy, and I still got my Long Island accent. Yo, Elliot! Today we got a text question from J13 or 16 or 1631.
J1631 says, Elliot is the truth. I've been following for weeks and I'm co-signing. You said you want interesting questions. I got one for you. How about training with heel spurs or flat feet?
Alright Jay, so here's the situation. You've got flat feet. I'm assuming you're talking about yourself or someone you know. So I'm going to approach this from a non-traditional standpoint. Most people that have an issue in an area will want to immediately look at the area that they're having the issue in order to correct it. Doctors do it, physical therapists do it, chiropractors do it. You've got a problem with your feet, let's look at your feet. Well, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to describe the kinetic chain to you. And the reason why this is important is because 9 times out of 10, flat feet aren't a foot problem. They are a byproduct of several other problems that we're gonna try to pick apart for you right now in a moment. So what we're looking for is the etiology, big word of the day, etiology of the root cause of your flat feet. And part of the reason why you're probably concerned is because if you got flat feet, you can't run fast because you're stomping on your flat feet while you're trying to sprint. Your squats probably are all screwed up. Your knees probably hurt. You're going to have a plethora of problems because the ground reaction force is going to be screwed because you've got flat feet. Now we've got like a lot of people that are doing barefoot training and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. I sort of endorse that. I think it's awesome because I like to look at the primal ways of being, things that we did prior to society. And I think barefoot training is probably a good idea. But I'm going to take it a step further, like I said, and we're going to talk about possible causes of the flat foot issue. And you want to pay special attention to the 2 things that I'm going to describe as the probable causes for your flat feet. So let's start from the top down. Check these off of your list. Do you have sight or breathing problems, or even perhaps hearing problems? Anything in your head, your face? In particular, breathing. Do you have allergies? Do you have asthma? The reason why I say that is because if you've got either poor eyesight, if you've got bad hearing, if you've got allergies or asthma, these are all conditions that are going to cause you to, like I was doing before, jut your head forward. You're jutting your head forward so your jaw can hang so you can breathe better if you have asthma or allergies. You're jutting your head forward so that you can see better if you were a kid and you didn't get glasses in time, so you can see better, so you can hear better. These are all things that are going to affect your atlas bone. It's the vertebra at the top of your spine. And the reason why that's important for your feet, I'll tell you in a moment, is because when you jut your head forward like this, all of the other vertebrae below, basically the rest of your entire body, follow what the atlas is doing. Because the nerves that drop out of your brain go straight through the atlas first, everything else because of the subluxation of that vertebra may be touching the spinal cord and can affect your ability to move and function in multiple areas of your body. So let's break down the kinetic chain and show you how having asthma or allergies or bad eyesight or just poor posture, because you got poor posture from watching TV or whatever, can cause your flat feet. Head juts forward, and then the kinetic chain would have you round your back, if you notice. As I round my back, the hips then are going to stick out. So I don't know if you can see me, I'll stand up. But head goes forward, butt goes back. As your butt goes back, you end up with what I call Donald Duck type posture. Your femur rotates in. So watch this, head forward, rounding in the back. Rounding in the back, you've got to balance yourself out by sticking your butt out. Because look, you round your back, you're looking down. Stick your butt out, you're looking up. It's just a way to keep your eyes level to the horizon so you can see and survive. Survival mechanism. Eyes down, butt out. As your butt goes out, just try this out. If you're at home, stand up, stick your butt out. Naturally, there's a natural tendency for your thighs to buckle in. Your femur is going to buckle in as you stick your butt out. It's just as you rotate forward, it's coupled with medial rotation of the femur. Check out what your feet feel like when you rotate your knees medially. So as you rotate your knees in, your feet flatten. If you're at home, try it out. Point your knees in. Your feet are going to flatten out. So you could look at it and say, hey, I've got flat feet. Or you could look at the root issue way up here, the etiology, the cause being some sort of asthma, allergy, poor eyesight, other things that are just setting off the kinetic chain to screw up your feet. So that's number one. You look up here, what's going on here. That's like the first center of your body, is the head region. Your brain's in there. The second center of your body is your hips, what's going on in your hips. Now, I don't know which one it is for you, because I don't know you, I never assessed you, but I want you to consider, do you have any digestive disorders? I'm talking about the muscles that surround your hip. Do you have any food allergies? Are you taking medical drugs? Are you drinking too much alcohol? Are you doing anything or behaving in any behavior, or participating in any behavior that can cause gut irritation or inflammation in the colon? And if you live in modern day in society, chances are you are. Most of us have really dysfunctional bowels. So are you constipated? Do you have really runny, weird bowels? Or basically, is there anything going on down there associated to diet or lifestyle that is screwing you up? And more than likely it is. If you are having irritated bowel disorders or situations, food intolerances, the muscles that are associated with the colon. Now understand what I'm saying here. I described this in other videos. You've got viscerosomatic inhibition. If you've got viscera or organ tissue that's pissed off, there are muscles that are in the same neurological loop as that organ that get pissed off and stop working. That's why, like, when you have a heart attack, they say your left arm goes numb. Doesn't make any sense, right? Well, it does if you understand viscerosomatic inhibition. So if your colon is pissed off, you're going to have a sort of a pot belly or a protruding belly, because the muscles, no matter how much you crunch in your lower abdomen, do not turn on. If those muscles that do in your lower abdomen do not turn on, they act as stabilizers. They stop stabilizing your hip, and guess what you have again? Boom, butt sticks out, or you get some sort of either left or right imbalance in the hips. When that happens, remember, the knees drop in. Medial rotation of the knees causes flattening of the feet. So it could be from way up here, poor posture, asthma, allergies, down here, leaky gut syndrome, anything going on with the colon. But either way, what it's doing is it's causing your femur, the bones of your upper thigh, to rotate in. As they rotate in ever so slightly, you might not even notice that. I'm not saying that you're knock-kneed, but as they rotate in slightly, ever so slightly, your feet fall in. So let me ask you, do you fix the feet, or do you fix the poor diet, or do you work on posture, things that's going on up here? I like to look at the root causes. This is what I'm telling you. So what the hell are you going to do? Well, we can look at them in multiple different ways. If it's something that's going on up here, we can work on improving posture. If you got asthma and allergies, I would look at ways to get rid of that, because I don't believe that they're just, you have them. I believe that they're a reaction to something that is in your life, either environmental or psychological or emotional, is causing you to have these asthma or allergies, and I would look into natural ways of getting it corrected. Anyway, if that's not an issue, work on correcting your posture, getting your scapula to adduct much better, focus on bringing your chin in or getting your cheekbones over your collarbones. That can be done after issues are eradicated by strengthening the deep cervical flexors. This is your infra and omohyoid, by doing neck flexion exercises or extension exercises. I'll make another video about it. Look at the other things first. But anyway, you're going to need to strengthen here, stretch here. Stretch those muscles, strengthen, to bring your head back into place. Once your head is on your body properly, most things start working themselves out. Now, with regard to the hips, to start correcting your imbalances down there, you're probably going to want to, first of all, get anything out of your diet or your lifestyle that's irritating your bowels. All types of toxins and crap. Go on a rotation diet. These are all things that I'm going to have to do other videos about. I'm opening up a can of worms here. So anyway, get your diet right. Get your digestive system functioning properly. Good book for you to grab in case you're interested is Achieve Maximum Health by Weber, I think is the author, as well as How to Eat, Move, and Be Healthy by Paul Chek. Those would all give you information about correcting the gut imbalances and posture. Paul Chek's How to Eat, Move, and Be Healthy is an excellent book to kind of work on everything I'm describing right now. So fix the visceral problem, and then work on the muscle, the somatic problems, by stretching the hip flexors in particular, and strengthening the deep abdominal wall with tummy vacuums, like I did a video a couple days about. So that's it. Work on the root issues, folks. Work on the etiology, the causes of your problems. I haven't really spoken about most of this type of stuff because, quite frankly, I think it might bore you. But the truth is, it doesn't matter what you eat or how much you lift if you're screwed up on the inside. If your organs are screwed up and you've got asthma and allergies and all types of psychological, emotional dysfunctions, your body's not going to work right. So let's start taking a look at the root issues. And ultimately, your body, your physical body, is an expression of what's going on internally, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and your organs. So let's get that shit right, and then we'll talk about strengthening your muscles. That's it, guys. That's my rant for today. Keep sending video questions. They do have top priority. Even if you sent me one and I haven't answered it yet, I see it. I see you. I've gotten your video. Don't grow impatient with me. I could probably only do about one of these a day, which I'm trying my best to do. If you've got interesting questions, they'll get answered first as well. Video question that's interesting, top priority. All right, guys, keep getting stronger. Hey guys, talk to you quick. One last thing. If some of the things that I described in the previous video are of great interest to you, I'm talking about internal health as it relates to improving our performance. If it didn't totally bore you and it's something that you're interested in learning more about, I created a page down below that you can sign up and get an email report or something that I'll create specifically for you because you're interested in more of this scientific brainiac type stuff with regard to strength and conditioning, and that way I know to support you specifically with information that's related to it. This is really kind of like underground stuff that most people don't know or care to know. But if you were excited while I was talking about viscerosomatic inhibition and the etiology, root causes of our issues, then you're going to want to be on this list. I don't have anything cool to give you yet because I just thought of this, but get on it and I'll create some reports and things that will support you and perhaps set up a separate Q&A where I can help you guys out with information regarding true health, strength from the inside out. All right, talk to you next time.